Okay, wow. What the Bible says about drugs. Oh, very cool and very rare. Yes, yes, yes. Today I got a big box of records in the mail from my pal Ty. We're gonna check that out, plus talk Alice Cooper and probably some other stuff as well, coming up on Friday Night Vinyl. Hi, my name is Frank. It's Friday. That means, of course, it's time to kick back, relax, and talk music. Hope everyone's had a good week. Happy that it's Friday again. I got that box I'm going to open up with some stuff from Ty. I've been talking back and forth about that. Straight out of Ohio, USA. Also, I'm curious, after you're done watching this video, shoot me a comment, leave a comment below this video, letting us know what you're spinning this weekend. It's always cool to hear what others are up to, and it may provide some inspiration for those kind of stuck in a rut and looking for something new to listen to. So please do leave that comment, but let's get on with the vinyl talk. First of all, before I open the mail, I gotta tell you, I finally got the latest Alice Cooper record, Detroit Stories. I ordered this through one of my local record shops, which was, I got the sticker there, High Tone Records in Selkirk, Manitoba. I love that place. I get my haircut there too. It's half barbershop, half record store. Anyway, of course, cheaper than on Amazon. But this album was hard to come by. For some reason, the suppliers were out of it for the longest time. I'm digging the new Alice Cooper. I know I mentioned this before. I suggested that this is not a modern day classic. It's a good album, but it isn't great. I know some of you are kind of taken aback by it, saying this is one of Alice's best. You know, I'm a huge Alice Cooper fan, but I wouldn't go so far as to say this is one of Alice Cooper's best albums. It's good. It's very good. My problem with Alice lately is doing a lot of cover songs. I want to hear Alice do more originals. But he's kind of been doing this cover song thing, which is fine. The other thing with this album is a few of these tracks were previously released on the Breadcrumbs EP last year, so it's not entirely new. That said, let's be honest, any Alice is good Alice, so I'm happy to get it. It's funny, this is a 2 LP set on black, and I threw it on the turntable. I'm like, this is playing slowly. I didn't realize this is it's at 45 rather than 33 RPM, and it sounds excellent on vinyl, and the records were flawless. I know I've had some issues with scuffing on records. These ones were perfect. So anyway, I do recommend, if you're into Alice Cooper, to pick up the vinyl version of this, because it sounds fantastic. I've spun it several times already, and this is one of those albums, kind of the more I listen to it, the more I dig it. It's obviously comes across, well, to me anyway, it's a natural progression from his last album, Paranormal. And so if you dug Paranormal, you'll probably like Detroit Stories as well. Check it out. Okay, Ty. Thank you very much for sending this over. Me and Ty have been like talking back and forth now via YouTube and emails for going back a few years now, and he has sent stuff before, and anyway, we've developed a rapport, so thank you very much, man, for sending this one over. It arrived via FedEx today. Okay, let's go one at a time. Okay, this is cool. Crocus, One Vice at a Time. Long Stick Goes Boom, I know that track, and of course this also has their cover of American Woman. American Woman originally done by the Guess Who, and the Guess Who are from my hometown, so that's kind of a cool connection, and I love it. Check this out. It's a gold stamp promo. And last time I did a video and I mentioned gold stamp promos, someone said, well, what's the significance of a gold stamp promo? So gold stamp promos were for the most part, promotional copies of records, as the name implies, that were sent to mostly radio stations, but I guess reviewers too, back in the day. And the logic or the thinking behind why some collectors prefer gold stamp promos is because they were among, technically anyway, among the first records pressed in a batch when the stampers were still new and fresh. And therefore, the logic goes that gold stamp promos should, at least in theory, sound better, or at least they could. There's the potential for that there. So this is cool. I don't have this. A friend of mine had it as a kid, and as a kid I taped it onto cassette because that's how we rolled back in the 80s. So this is awesome. I look forward to giving Crocus another listen. All right. Yes. Okay. Look at this. Got the Scorpions Tokyo tapes. And I don't believe I have this one in the collection either. And if I do, it's not a very good version of it. I kind of missed out, for whatever reason, on those early Scorpions albums. So there's the gatefold. 70s, right? And where is this pressing from? It's hard to tell from here. But let's look at the records. This was pressed in... Okay, wow. This is cool. This is a German pressing of Tokyo tapes. And of course, the significance... I'm going to move it closer to the camera. Of course, the significance of it being a German pressing is the Scorpions were from Germany. And I don't know if you think this way as well, but for me, it's always really cool to own pressings of a band from the country where they are from, right? So like if you're into Rush, it's cool to have a Canadian pressing of some Rush albums. If you're into the Beatles, some UK pressings of the Beatles. If you're into the Scorpions, you gotta have some German pressings of the Scorpions. So that's great. Thank you very much, Ty, for another classic album. Next up, I'm trying not to peek, but yes. Unveiling the Wicked, some early Canadian pioneering thrash / speed metal. This was from 86. Let's see what year it was from. I don't immediately see the year. Let's see. This is Combat Records. And check out the back. It said really pioneering speed / thrash metal, straight out of Canada. And these guys are still around. Jason DK, who used to be in Diamonds, he's a younger guy, and he's a guitarist there now. I had him as a guest on this channel, so I'll link to that video below this one. It's on Combat. Gotta love the Combat camo. Camouflage Combat label. Very cool. I don't have Exciter, so this is awesome. Does it say here what year this is from? 86. So I was close. Awesome. This one, what do we have here? Mahogany Rush. All right, I'm a big Mahogany Rush fan. Mahogany Rush was another Canadian band, 70s into the 80s. Well, they're still around. Led by Frank Marino, of course. Frank Marino's got to be one of the most underrated guitarists of our lifetime. I mean, he's been kind of flying under the radar now for a few decades, but he is so good. They once considered him the reincarnation of Jimi Hendrix, and he kind of denied it while at the same time playing it up. And I have most of Frank's albums and Mahogany Rush albums, but I don't have this one. This came out in 1975. What songs were on here? Strange Universe. Yes, that's a great one. So, here we go. You gotta love the album artwork, right? Seriously, guys, if you're not familiar... Is the light bright enough here? Hold on. If you are not familiar with Frank Marino or Mahogany Rush, you gotta check them out. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of stuff on the streaming services, but to do what you can to obtain the stuff. Because smoking guitar playing, but it's not just smoking guitar playing. The songs are there as well. So I think you'd really dig it. Again, this album looks very nice. And this was on 20th Century Fox Records. US pressing. Awesome. Thank you. What do we have next in the pile? Oh, this is cool. Oh, look at this. I was going to say David Lee Roth, Crazy from the Heat. We all know this album, right? Just a Gigolo, California Girls, Easy Street, Coconut Groove. And I do have a copy, but this one is unique in that it is sealed. So I don't have, obviously, a sealed copy. And it's this whole thing, debate, right? Like, do you keep vintage sealed records, sealed or do you not? I should do a video someday because I do have a small collection of still sealed records from the 80s. I opened a couple of them. I got a collection quite cheap, and just from being sealed all over all those years, and the shrunk and kind of warped the records. So I'll probably leave this one sealed. That's awesome. And here we go. I got some Motley. An album that divides fans. Motley Crue, Theater of Pain, released in 1985. If my memory serves me correct, this was their third LP. With the track Smokin' in the Boys' Room was the first single. The most memorable song in this album has to be Home Sweet Home, a classic rock ballad to this day. Maybe one of the original pop metal songs? No, what do you call that? Power ballads. Maybe one of the original power ballads. A couple cool things. Got the sticker here, the hype sticker, but if you can see that, it's in the shape of a ticket. That was the whole theme for this. I believe this album was originally supposed to be called Entertainment or Death. It's called Theater of Pain. What does it say on here? Admit 1, Theater of Pain, Act 1, featuring Smokin' in the Boys' Room. Warning, contains sonic fury. Keep hands and face away from speakers when playing. But again, here's the coolest part of this album. I do own the album, but not this version of the album. This is another gold stamp promo. So very, very cool and very rare. Got the label there. And this is a white label promo. So white labels were another way to identify promotional copies. You got the gold stamp and you got the white label. And right on here it says promotion copy, not for sale. It's a beautiful copy, so thank you very much, Ty. Again, I cherish all this stuff. I'm a nerd for rock history and significant pressings, and promotional copies kind of go hand in hand with that. Oh, here's another promotional copy. Okay, this is Van Halen, You Really Got Me, in mono and in stereo. Look, it's a 12-inch. I'm not sure if you can even see this. But here's the actual song, and it's mostly just run-out groove. I mean, you got 2.5 minutes on a 12-inch, right? So is this at 45? It's at 33. That's also really interesting. Again, in beautiful condition. And again, awesome for us rock nerds, right? Van Halen promo from the first album. I love it. Thank you. Okay, and this is still sealed too. This is Hound Dog Taylor and the House Rockers. And I do have a copy of this, but obviously mine is not sealed. It came out in 1971. Some really, really awesome traditional blues and Alligator Records. So I'm going to have to research. I assume that this is a reissue. And I really don't want to crack it open, but let me research this copy a little bit more to learn more about it. I love it. I'm a big blues guy too, right? I always say man cannot live by rock alone. Blues, funk, this is all stuff that is part of what I dig, so thank you. And I think this is one of the last ones. What is this? I don't know this album. Do you know this album? What the Bible Says About Drugs, as preached at Britmore Tabernacle in Detroit, Michigan by evangelist Jimmy Swaggart. All right, well, this is cool just to have. And obviously this is old. This is old. And this looks like an original press. And it says it's at 16.16 RPM. So funny enough, this is not something I can actually listen to. However, again, just cool to have, right? I mean, historically significant in the sense that a 16 2/3 RPM record, yeah, I don't have anything like that. And of course, Jimmy Swaggart got in trouble in later years, essentially getting caught with his pants down, and Ozzy Osbourne famously pointed fun at Jimmy Swaggart in his song Miracle Man. On his album No Rest for the Wicked. And I got one more to show you. This one I don't know. Killara? Killara, I think that's what you call it. This looks like maybe an indie release. Again, still sealed on Rhetoric Records out of Madison, Wisconsin. So I love it. Tons of stuff These lights are bugging me today. Tons of stuff to check out. So I love all of these. Ty, seriously, man, you should not have done it and gone and sent all this stuff. But I absolutely love it. I don't even know where to start with listening to these. And I'll probably start with Exciter, and then I'll see where it takes me. Love it. Ty, you rock, my friend. Thank you so much. All right, 33ers, that is my Friday update. Hope you dug it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Until next time, keep on spinning.